Main engine ignition, all 3 engines up and burning. 2,
To whom it may concern.
1, and liftoff.
Lift? What is this, some Hollywood liposuction? Lift? You know we ain't about all that. Welcome to the Skull and Bones Show.
Welcome back to a Tuesday edition of the Skull and Bones Show. We are Skull and Bones Radio.
Yes, we is.
Make sure you check us out on skullandbonesradio.com, on iHeartRadio as well, Skull and Bones Radio, and all of our other platforms.
That's our claim to fame, baby.
So we're going to get right into it this week. A very popular segment that we have here is Mick's Homeless Diaries. It's gotten a lot of attention and momentum. Mick's always got some drama brewing up.
Mick, you're such a diva.
Breaking news out of Los Angeles, aspiring rock star Mick Jammersfield is now homeless and desperate in the streets of L.A. Conditions he's battling include, but are not limited to, getting all his stuff stolen, drinking his own urine, and the roof leaking in multiple spots. Anyone with information on a home for this guy that will probably never make it, please call the hotline, 323-54-MIC-1.
Oh, man, I don't even know where to begin today. All right, so as we all know,
Tell us.
I live in this 18-foot RV in the alleyway in North Hollywood. I got no running water. I got no electricity. And so, you know, the one thing I do got going for me is I have this pass, the 24-hour fitness, and I go in there use the restroom sometimes, but I don't have enough time to go hit 24-hour before I go to school in the mornings. So basically what happens is I just go to school and I brush my teeth at school. Sometimes I use the restroom there as well. Sometimes I'll even try to shower if no one's around. I'll use the sink water, try to get one in real quick shower, you know what I'm saying? But, man, all right. Oh, my God, I don't even know where to begin. So this last Monday, I go into school, right? And I go in the wrong restroom, bro. I swear to God, I meant to go in the guys' restroom, but I was in such a rush.
No, don't lie to me.
I missed the woe and women, and I just went straight to and I just saw the men, I went right in, dude. And
no,
so
you want that preference, huh?
What was that? So anyways, I whipped my toothbrush out, man. I got that little Aqua Fresh or whatever going on from the dollar store.
That's the cheap stuff.
Hey, man. Don't be I'm already having a bad day, bro. So I go ahead and pour it all over my toothbrush, man. I'm going to town on my teeth, bro. I'm getting that tongue, getting the back of the throat, going, trying to get it all out, and then, And anyways, dude, so check this out. So then, as I'm going to town and I'm freaking deep throating my toothbrush over here, man.
You would be.
Asshole. So this girl comes in, and she's like, oh my God, what's going on? And I'm like, oh shoot, did I come in the wrong restroom? She's like, yeah. And she's like, why are you brushing your teeth? And I was a little half naked. I was changing clothes too, you know what I'm saying? But anyhow, so I'm brushing my teeth, and then and I told her, I was like, hey, I'm sorry. I live in an 18-foot RV in North Hollywood, and I don't have running water, I don't have electricity, and this is the only place I can do that. And she goes, you know what her response was? Ew, oh my God, you're homeless?
She was completely disgusted.
Oh, she was in total disgust, dude. And just like the face and the tone of her voice when she said that was like a dagger going straight through my chest. I felt like my soul was exploited to the max, and it's been messing with me ever since then, dude. Like, I can't even describe it to you, like, how bad my soul was crushed from this chick. And it made it worse, too, because she was kind of hot. Had she been ugly, it probably wouldn't have been as bad, but she was actually kind of cute, so it kind of ruined it for me, you know what I mean?
So you got profiled by her, huh?
Absolutely, I did. And I know I got long hair, and I got a beard and all that stuff, and I tend to stink sometimes because I take a shower, like, every other day. But, like, I'll throw on that, some cologne or whatever, try to mask the smells. But it's like this chick like saw right through it, and she called me out on it, dude. But it hurt so bad when that happened. And I went home that night and I was crying a little bit. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, man.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had some tears dropping down my face, and I just don't even know. So, anyways, I've been having this major identity crisis ever since. I almost think I need Jesus in my life now, bro. Like, I've never been a religious type, but I'm thinking about going to church now and see if Jesus can help me out with this. But have you guys ever had some sort of like identity problem or identity crisis or something like? And so I'm curious if you guys have ever experienced anything like that. Like, how did you guys get through it? Because I need some major help. I either need a counselor or I need Jesus.
I don't know. I mean, Casey, have you had any kind of... I think I have, but...
Well, everybody, I think, has had a certain point in their life where they've had to try to figure out who they are, Well,
Casey James, I'm curious to hear, like, what happened to you?
Man, I can't really give, like, specifics. I know that I have a lot of trouble with trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, and that's almost kind of, trying to define who I'm going to be.
Okay.
And, it's just something that you got to keep working through. It takes longer for people than others, and, just trying to figure out what you want to do.
Okay, but like, what specifically do you do to kind of like when you're feeling low, when you're feeling anxiety, when you feel like you're the lowest of the low at the bottom of the barrel? I mean, what do you do to pick yourself back up and keep going? Because that's where I feel like I'm at right now, bro. And I'm looking for your guidance to help me through this.
I don't worry about what other people have to say.
So
I just go and do my own thing most of the time. Sometimes it catches me down and I'm like, man, that kind of hurt. But you know what? F everybody else.
So you like the little engine that could, then. You just trucking up that
You have to,
mountain.
or else you're just going to be sad your whole life.
Think about it, man.
I mean, I could, but why would I want to?
That was a good one.
When you're high-profile individuals like we are, people always got something to hate or something to say. You're always going to be haters out there. So.
Haters gonna hate.
You got to put up the hater blockers, you know?
Yeah, you gotta get that thick skin.
Well, John, I'm sure you've had some kind of identity crisis at one time or another.
I've probably had a few of them at this point.
Well, help a brother out, dog.
I'm pushing 30 here, but not too far from now. 30 years old. I don't know.
Dirty 30.
Dirty 30s, man. So I'm in. It's always in my head. I think for me, I don't know. Maybe the most recent one was maybe this time last year. It's like Casey. I was kind of in a place trying to figure out like my job. I had some things going on in my personal life. Relationship stuff going on. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, all right, well, where do I go from now? It's like things at work are kind of monotonous. Things in the personal life aren't so good. It's like, and I think I took it to the extreme of, just kind of going away. I just kind of, I talked to a good friend of mine. He's like, you know what, just kind of book a hotel room, take a road trip, just get away. And I literally did that, like the day before.
Oh, wow.
No, the night of. So the next day on a weekend, I just went.
So you just went on a whim then?
Yeah. And,
okay.
It's kind of, what do they call it? Like a discovery trip or something. Self-reflection.
Yeah.
So your moral is like a self-reflection kind of thing.
Yeah, but a lot of that was kind of stemmed from, my job and kind of, I kind of felt like I was just kind of going in the monotonous day-to-day, routine. And there was no more excitement and surprises for me.
So you're talking about like a relationship issue? Like if this was more like an intimate thing?
That in addition to, things at work. And, I just kind of contemplated, do I even want to be here in California anymore?
What? Why would you ask yourself that?
Well, it's like I'm not from here, so a lot of my long-term friends and my family are back in Texas. So I just kind of thought about do I still want to be in California anymore? So it was a series of things. Yeah. So that's kind of the most recent one for me. It's kind of like, well, what do I want to do? What do I want to be?
Well, and then you thought about Casey and I and Mick, and you're like, I can't leave.
I can't leave these fools. It's like one big happy family around here. So
my soul's already crushed, bro. But I feel like my feelings are starting to get hurt as he was saying that. Talking about all my friends are back in Texas. I was like, oh man, what about us?
So that's what it was for me. I don't know if Matt can relate to that. He seems like a pretty positive individual, but
well, I wasn't always this, hot and girls wanted my attention. Hey! You better shut up. I don't know. I think everyone goes through definitely a lot of identity crisis. Come on, a lot of people have a midlife crisis. I think one of the most recent ones is, I was in a long-term relationship. 2 years is decently long-term for our age. And, you get to a point where, it's like you look towards the future and you go, who am I? You put a label on yourself, Do you do like, I'm settled down? That's a big label. There's a lot of value for people that is not always positive.
Sure.
Being settled down at this age is not positive. To some people it is. If you go to church and you believe in waiting until marriage to have sex.
Who wants to be a part of that mess?
Yeah, seriously. Me, I just, no way.
All right. Well, hold up. I'll go ahead and throw this in. I didn't realize we were getting that super personal because I didn't do all that. One thing that I can think of is a lot of my close friends know this and people who I've talked to, but, my brother passed away last year, right? And I went through pretty hard, like, I really don't show it out to people, but I went through a pretty hard time of, like, trying to figure out, like, what am I doing? My brother didn't really get that much done in his life. He was 30 years old when he passed away.
Oh, wow.
And, I go through these motions and depression almost of, like, oh, man, like, am I happy with what I'm doing? Should I be here? Should I be content with doing this? Should I be okay with, my job, with my relationships, with my friendships and stuff like that?
Right.
And, I think one thing that comes down to it is what is important to you, And I realized that my friends are one of the biggest things in my life that's really important to me. my family's really important to me. And then it kind of comes down to like, well, how do you identify who you want to become as well, right?
Okay.
Sure, and, I take some time every now and then, do some self-reflection, try to figure things out. And I think it's always changing too. I don't think it necessarily just needs to be one thing your whole life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just one of those things.
So you're kind of saying more of a self-reflection thing kind of too then?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of along the same thing. So Jean was saying self-reflection as well.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you guys. You guys chipping in on that.
I think you just need a thicker skin, man.
Well, hold up, man. I might be a little chubby over here, but I got some thin skin, bro. And so, like, being in Hollywood, going to school in Hollywood, it's all about the image. It's all about the superficial.
Mick, you're such a diva.
No, I ain't, man. I swear, you think I'm a diva, bro? Go up there to Hollywood. I swear to God, everybody up there think they're about to be famous. You know what I mean?
I know you're going to school in Hollywood. You've got all those people trying to be rock stars and talent agents. And
everybody's a model up there, it seems like.
Yeah, so, I mean, you might be kind of more surrounded around that mindset where, an insult might hurt you or hurt your feelings, but
bro, she was a hot chick that could have been a for real model, and she said, "Ill, you're homeless." Of course, it crushed me.
She was disgusted.
You know what, though, man? Who cares about whatever image that people want to project onto yourself? It's all about how you are.
I want to be perceived well, baby. I'm trying to go somewhere too. I'm tired of being homeless. I want somebody to give me a job somewhere, like a for real one. And I can live in a decent area.
Define well, though. What do you think is well? Some people think your big house, big car, no friends as well. Some people think a lot of friends, homeless as well. Define what's well.
Well,
Dollar Wells.
Not having to brush your teeth at school, not having to go to 24-hour fitness or Vons, and not having to use Mickey D's, Burger King, and Wendy's for napkins for toilet paper.
Okay, well, hang on. You're upset because she called you, thought you were homeless?
She said, "Ill, you're homeless."
You essentially are homeless. So I mean,
I'm in an RV, bro.
Put yourself in her situation. You go to the bathroom and you see some long hair.
You go to the wrong gender bathroom.
Wrong, exactly. I mean, what would you think? You're in Hollywood. There's a lot of homeless people over there.
I'd be like, "Oh, you're in the wrong restroom. You want to go to the other one?"
You're brushing your teeth. You're changing.
Right.
It's like, does this guy not have a home?
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but she could have been a lot nicer about it, and that's all I'm saying. Matt, do you have anything positive to throw my way?
Keep it real, baby.
Oh, man, that's the only advice you can give.
All right, what do you think you should do to fix this?
Bro, I don't know. That's why I'm here. I said, okay, I've come to the terms with, after all the tears that I've been throwing down in my RV, I was like, bro, I either need some counselors or I need Jesus. And I'm really not that religious. And I know I would just kind of use church to help me get through this. And then I would kind of dump Jesus again after I felt like I was okay, I'm good again. And I don't really want to do that. So I figured I'd come to my friends to help me. But it seems like,
and we gave you some advice, but in the end, it's going to be your own personal decision. We can't do everything for you, man.
Well, and you're also seeing these labels as negative things. I've been called a nerd. I know it's hard to believe. But in my eyes, that's a positive label. For a lot of people, it's not. Just because you're homeless doesn't mean, is it good or bad in your eyes, baby? You're trying to accomplish something later in life, so you got to take the, the little hard road right now.
And you're making changes. You're making changes already, man.
So what you're saying, Matt, is you got to pretty much sometimes you got to throw some different glasses on to see life through.
Baby, it's all about perspective. There are people that have nothing, and they are the happiest people in the world because their perspective is different. What do you value in your life, man?
You know what? You guys are right. I'm glad you guys are my friends.
Call me baby Jesus.
I'm glad I got you guys for my friends. See, I knew we was family. I knew you guys didn't mean all the mean things you guys were saying earlier.
We just trying to keep it real with you, baby. That's all it is.
Well, I'm grateful. I appreciate it.
We looking out for you. All right, so that's our homeless edition of the week. Stick around. We've got more juicy drama coming up for next. We are Skull and Bones Radio.
I'm Alec from Chula Vista, and the only thing I listen to is Skull and Bones Radio.
SDSU's favorite party show.
Hi, this is Jessica.
And Jordan.
We're from Poway, and we're hanging out with Skull and Bones.
If you're into Selena Gomez,
can't keep my hands to myself,
or Adele,
hello,
then we might not be your first pick.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back
To the
Skull and Bones Show.
Welcome back to Skull and Bones Radio.
All right, there you go. Welcome back. We are Skull and Bones Radio.
Yeah, we is.
All right, Mick. So it sounds like you got something up your sleeve.
Bro, I think I just had an epiphany.